I am not a big believer in God, but Joan of Arc's story almost makes me question that. It begins when she's a child. 3 saints appear to her in a vision, and they're like, don't freak out, be good, and go to church, we'll be back later. And she's like, okay, I guess. Fast forward, and she's 16 and been having these visions for a while. The 100 Years' War between France and England has been going on a long time, and she's about to turn the tides. The saints give her the mission not only to stop the siege at Orleans, but to get Charles VII crowned as the King of France. Now, Charles was the third and only surviving son to the king. After the queen finished her royal duties by producing an heir and a spare, she went full party mode, and Charles was a bit insecure on whether he was in fact the king's son. So imagine this little country maiden rolling up and proclaiming that you're the rightful king of France as decreed by God. He was all for it. They have her exorcised to make sure the visions weren't really the devil, and they somehow have her virginity checked because of course that's the most important thing. But she's good to go, and Charles gives her a horse and some armor. She tells them to go dig in a certain place, and they find a sword with 5 crosses engraved in it, and she was ready for war. A call for volunteer soldiers goes out, and thousands of men show up to fight for her. Her story was filling the people of France with hope. They get to Orleans, and it's a brutal battle. She even gets an arrow to the neck, but her presence there incredibly inspires her men, and she wins back the city after only 10 days. Next, she gets Charles crowned and then heads to Paris to keep fighting, where she's captured. Now, the English can't just kill her because she'll be made into a martyr for the French. They need to figure out a way to end her righteously. A trial begins, and she's interrogated ruthlessly. They claim that she's a heretic for wearing men's clothing, so she promises to never do so again. But in her cell, her guards rip off her dress and throw men's clothing to the floor. She's given the choice to put them on or be assaulted, so she puts on the clothes. The English charge her with relapsed heresy and burn her the next day.